Hare Krishna students, today we are going to learn about a very important topic in programming, or at this point we are learning programming in QBasic, but this particular concept is used in all kinds of programming. It is called loop. Now whenever we are thinking about loops, what does at first come in our mind? Something that moves or rotates, something like that, whenever we are talking about a loop. Now in programming, there are certain times that when we want to repeat a particular set of statements or particular instructions multiple times. Suppose you want to print 1 to 10, just you want to print this 1 to 10. So you can write this statement as like this: print within double inverted comma 1, again print within double inverted comma 2, and so on up to 10. You can write print within double inverted comma 10. So what we are doing here is we are writing this particular statement 10 times, and this might change if suddenly I want to print up to 1 to 100, up to 1 to 1000. If I want to do that, I have to write 1000 lines. So in those cases, typing 1000 lines is not at all an easy task, and if there is an error, it is going to create some more problem. So in those cases where we want to repeat each and every line, suppose that means I want to repeat this statement, this particular statement, print statement, I want to repeat this statement and print 1 2 3 4 and up to 10 in proper order and all. What we need to do is we need loops. Loops are required to repeat the execution of a group of statement multiple times, even up to the times we desire. We can take user input, and by taking user input we can do this very easily. So therefore, when we use these kind of statements in programming, it is very easy for us to work with multiple statements. So let us understand now, or let us learn about different kinds of loops that are available. The first loop that is available in QBasic is for next. This will be, everything will be in capital, as we know everything is capital in QBasic. So for next, this is the name of the loop. This is one of the name of the loop, and the other loop is do and loop. This is the name. So we have two loops in QBasic. So there are other loops also. At this point we will be focusing on these two loops only, and mainly we will focus on this loop for next, because this is the most used type of loop. This is also used, but not as this for next loop. We will discuss about both these loops, and in your book the examples that are given over there, those are also related with these two kind of particular loops. So now what and how we can use this particular type of loop. Okay, so let us just check if we are able to we are going to use these loops properly. So how this first we will discuss about for next loop, then we'll move on to other parts. Okay, so what we have here is, at first we'll discuss for next. How we can use this to our proper this statement to execute a single statement multiple times. Now the syntax is that we must have this for statement. We have to write for. Okay, next there should be a counter variable, a variable that is going to count how many times the loop has rotated. Okay, and what we have to do is over here we have to give some starting value, maybe 0, 1 or 2, whatever starting value, and we call that starting value as initial value. Okay, initial value also known as starting value. Okay, so this is something we should keep in mind, that starting value. Now from starting value to how much it will go, we have to give the final value also. This first line is continuing. Okay, I'm just moving to the line below it, but this line is continuing, and this should be written in a single line while doing the programming. Okay, I don't have space on the right side, that's why I'm coming down here, over here. Final value, and there is optional step value. We will come to this shortly, what is step value, but we have to understand the initial value to final value. Okay, so this is something we have to keep in mind, that the counter must start with at least a single value. It can be 0, 1, 2, depending on the type of program. We are going to decide what should be the initial value, and also the final value. It depends upon the program, how long this program is going to run, or how long this loop is going to run is given by the final value. If I want to run it, if I want to run the loop 1,000 times, we may give the value 1000 over here. Now step value. Step value means after 1 we usually know it is 2, right? So this is how much we are adding with 1 to get 2 plus 1. So that step value means how much we want to add with this initial value to go to the next step. So if the step value is 1, we don't need to mention it. It will automatically do everything if the step value is 1. If the step value is 2, that means if you start with 1, 3, 5, 7 in this way, then the step value is 2. If you start with step value 3, then it is 1, 4, then 7, then 10. So that time it is going to be step value 3. So it depends upon us what should be the step value, and within third bracket means this is optional. Only in cases where we are going to keep the step value anything other than 1, that time only we usually use the step value. Otherwise there is no need to use the step value. Otherwise it uses it uses only by default 1. So for this step value, it will increment or decrement. Increment means increase, decrement means decrease by either +1 or -1. So I will show you all details while we do some of the examples. Next, what we have is the body of the loop. That means inside the body of the loop, we write the statements, we write those statements that are repeated. That means whatever statement we want to repeat, we are going to write inside the body of the loop. Okay, so this body of the loop is going to contain all the other parts over here. So if I have multiple, at least 3 statements or 4 statements that are going to change, or that are going to create, that means we are going to repeat 3 statements, we will be writing all those 3 statements over here. Next, we have the last part, that is next. With the next, we have to give the name of the counter over here. Just write the name. So what it means usually is that we are starting from here. We have 1 or whatever variable we want to use here, and we will give it a value, and we'll also give a final value. The loop, body of the loop will execute once, and then it will go to the counter. Counter means it is going to move from here to here once again. So this is how loops work. So I will take I'll repeat one more time. Now what is a counter? Counter is a numeric variable that controls the loop. Depending on the counter, our program is going to be controlled. And sometimes it is also called the control variable or index variable. These are just names for the counter. Okay, now its value is going to change throughout the timeline of the loop. And what is step value? Step value is something by which counter variable is incremented or decremented. That means I want to increase the counter variable by +2. That means we'll write step equal to 2, or step value equal to maybe 3 or 4, something, whatever we want to. If we want to increase, if we want to decrease, we can write -2, -3, -4. We can also write that. So the value of this step value can be either a positive value or a negative value, but it cannot be 0. We have to remember that there is no, this step value cannot have 0 value. Okay, now we move to the body of the loop. Body of the loop means whatever statements that are going to be executed or run multiple times, that is called the body of the loop. And from there, the next loop means we are with the next and the counter written up beside means it is going to move from here to here again. So we'll take an example. Okay, so what are the examples? I'll show you an example and how to write that. And first I will write it over here, then I will write that in QBasic, and then we will understand very easily how loops work. Okay, so first what we have is, we'll write for a equal to 1, 2, let's take 5, and we will print, we will print hello. Okay, and we will give here next a. As you can see, I have not used the step value here because I want to increase it by 1. By default it will increase by 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, like that. Okay, so what we have here, we have a equal to 1. Okay, so a is what we called the control variable or the counter variable. Okay, this 1 is the initial value, that means the starting value over here. 5 is the final value over here. This is the body of loop, and this is again we have the control variable. Okay, so this is how we can easily understand that how each and every part is working. Now we have to understand how this loop works, right? How each and every step is starting. So what is the value of, we will do it in a step-by-step manner. Okay, so I will draw a table over here so that we can understand how it is doing. So first of all, we'll take value. So let me just remove it from here. Okay, so what do we have? We have value of a, that is something we need. Now what we are having here over here is something. At this point we will just keep it blank, we will just write it a little bit later on. Okay, now next we have what action is happening over here, what is the action going on over here, and next we have is the output, what output we are getting. Okay, now remember that I told you that this particular loops is starting from 1 and it will be ending at 5. That means it is going to loop 5 times. You have to understand this. Okay, that when I am saying a equal to 1 to 5, that means when the value of a reaches 5, the loop is going to stop. So how that is going to happen, I will show you that. So that means there is something internally, a condition is being checked whether or not the value of a has reached 5. So over here I will write condition. Okay, and the condition is what? The condition is that the value of a must be less than or equal to 5. Okay, so starting value of a is 1, so we have 1 less than equal to 5. Okay, so this particular condition is true. When this condition is true, an action will be taken. What action will be taken? Now that is this particular body of the loop will be executed. Okay, loop body executed, and after the loop body is executed, we will have the output once hello. Okay, and just write capital hello. This will be the output for the first time, and along with after this output, what is going to happen? After this output, the value of a will be increased to 2. Because why? Because this loop we have given next a means what is there after 1? After 1 we have 2, because here the step value has not been given, so by default the value will be over here. A itself means only it will be increased by 1, so the value of a will be 2. So now the value of a is 2 over here. Now the condition is being checked whether or not the loop should run. So 2 is less than equal to 5. Yes, so the condition is true over here. So the same thing will happen over here. The loop body will be executed. So the loop body will be executed. Again it will print hello on the screen, and value of a will become 3. So in this way, but this particular way, this value is going to change from 3, 4, 5, and once it has reaches 5, so 5 is less than equal to 5. Okay, it is going to do what? Same thing, loop body will be executed, and after that the value of a will be increased to 6. Along with it, hello will be printed on the screen. So we are going to get hello over here and over here, so there will be 5 hello prints over there. Now as you can see, in the next step, okay, in the next step the value of a has increased to 6. So 6 less than equal to 5 is false, and when this statement is false, the loop will stop executing. That means it is not going to print hello anymore, it is going to stop. So this is how a for loop works, and I will just show this same program in QBasic so that you can understand how this particular loop body is working. Okay, so let us run this program over here. So we have first write CLS, then we're going to write for a equal to 1 to 5, then we have, then we'll write print hello, and then we are going to write next a. So this is our program, and we do up to only this much only. So I will just press either F5 function key or go to run and click on start. Okay, you can do both the things. You can click on start button, or you can click on the F5 function key. Both will do the same thing. So as you can see, it printed hello 5 times. I hope you understood how this worked, because I showed you each and every step in writing, and this is what output we get. Now let us change this output from I don't want to print hello, I want to print 1 2 3 4 5. So I will change the value over here. Hello, how many times we are printing hello? We are printing hello along with the a value over here. Okay, so within this I will give a \n, that is a escape sequence. It is going to create an enter. I don't know either it works or not, I have just given it. So I will just check if it is working or not. Okay, now I'll press F5. Let's see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, hello 4, hello 5 is being printed over here. There is no need of this symbol. Then let's check once more. So we get hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, hello 4, hello 5. So yes, this is something doing 5 times, but in horizontally. Let's give one more print statement over here, which is going to create a blank line and then run. Okay, so these two statements are inside the body of the loop. So print this first print statement and the second print statement. These two statements are within the body of the loops. Always remember, after writing that first line of the loop, go to the next line and press the tab key from the keyboard and start writing the body of the loop. Once you complete the body of the loop, press backspace in the next line and write next. So just in this way you should write your program. So as you can see, it is showing 1 2 3 4 5, the value of a that has been increased. So it is not showing the value of 6. Why? Because after 6 is less than equal to, this given condition is false, and hence this program is not going to show you anything else other than that. So this is a very simple example of a for loop, and this is something we can use to not only print only 5 statements but also more than to 50. So let us do it up to 50. No problem, it is going to print up to 50 for you, and it is going to show you instantly like this. So you get hello 28 over here and so many other things, and this screen is not yet scrollable, so I cannot show you all the other sections, but it is showing you till 50 we have. Okay, so as we are having till 50, that means we have run from 1 to 50. So if I want now to print only the odd numbers, so from I want to print 1 3 5 7 like this. So what I will do is I will write step over here, step equal to 2. So as I give step equal to 2, sorry, step 2 over here, not equal to step 2 over here, that means it is going to print only 1 3 5 7 like that. So I'll press F5. Okay, so it is going to print in that way. So as you can see, 5 7 9 11 13 15, only the odd numbers are being printed over here. So if I now want to print only even numbers, what I have to do, I have to start from 2. I'll just start from 2 and go up to 30. It will be much easier for us to see, and I'll print this statement. So it is going to say 204 like this. So as you can see, 2 4 6 8 10 12 14 16. So what is the work of step now? It is increasing the counter by up to that much value. It is increasing the control variable, the counter variable, by 2. So therefore 2 4 6 8 10 by 2 it is jumping. If I want, I can give by 3 also, no problem. If I want, I can change it to 3 also. From here I can change it to 3. So from 2, after 2 it is going to go to 5 and so on. Okay, so as you can see, 2 5 8 11 14, this is how the program is going to run. So I hope you understood how this particular loop works, how we can manipulate the step value to increase or decrease the counter. Now let us learn about decreasing the counter. Okay, so we are going to start from 30 and we will go to 1, and we will move step as -1. Okay, so let us check how this works. So whenever we are seeing this statement from 30 to 1, so as you can see, it is decreasing from 30 to 1, it is decreasing. So whenever we want to decrease the value of elements from 30 to 1, we have to do how much? We have to give manually -1. As I said, that by default it is always +1. By default it is always +1. So if I give 30 to 1 and we don't give this step, this is not going to run properly. So let us check what happens. Okay, if I don't give this -1, if I don't use this -1 from 30 to 1, is it going to move from 30 to 1 or not? Okay, so I'll run this. So let us check if it is running or not. Nothing is there. The screen is not displaying anything because I have not given the step. I have not given the step properly. So therefore, remember, If we want to increase the value by 1, we don't need to give anything in the step value. But if we want to decrease it by 1, we have to give the step value as -1. If we don't give this, the value is not going to show it like so. I'll just decrease from 30 to 10. It is going to say 10 to 1. It is going to show it like that. So we have 10 to 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3 to 1. So this is how we can decrease the value also. We can increase the value by -1. Sorry, we can increase the value by +1, +2, +3. We can also decrease the value from -1, -2, -3. Whatever the step we want, we can do it. So this is how we can control these loop statements. Okay, this is how we can work with the loop statements. I hope you have understood. During the class you will be watching this video. Most of the time you have only 40-minute class today, and the video is becoming nearly about 30 minutes or so. After watching the video, we will have 10 minutes of discussion time, and we will be discussing your doubts within that time. So today we are not going to do any kind of classwork. I'm not going to give you any kind of homework. Today we are going to focus on this particular topic, that if you have any kind of doubt, because this is a very important topic while for learning programming. In class 8 you are going to learn about Visual Basic, which is an better version of QBasic. Okay, so there it will be much easier for you to understand what is loop. And the thing is, as you have not learned QBasic in your previous class, this year those who are from class 6, they are going to learn, they are also learning QBasic. They are going to learn about these loops, but you were not given that chance last year, so you didn't get the chance. So I am teaching you this year, so they are both of the classes are going to have same kind of idea about loop, and using this particular video you can focus more on loops. I will be giving you so many programs on loops. Loops have so many programs, and we are going to learn QBasic at our best, so that you can do programming on your own. Programming is not at all something very hard thing. Programming is very easy. So when we learn all the concepts, we have all the tools with us, we will be able to write any kind of program. Even though you are not going to learn QBasic completely, but with whatever concepts you are going to learn here, it is going to help you to learn any programming language. If you learn QBasic properly, if you learn this concept properly, and what are the concepts? Concepts are like variables, constants. What are variables? What are constants? What is a control statement like if-else statement? What is loop statement? And these are all concepts, and these same concepts are taught in all programming languages. So if you are familiar with these statements in one programming language, you can learn other programming languages very easily. Only the way of writing those loops and way of writing those statements will be different, but they will work the same everywhere. All where each and every programming language uses the same concept that we are using over here. Nowhere this concept is different. Okay, in C programming language also there is for loop, but we write it in a different manner. So in that place there are different ways. I will just write it down over here in C programming how it is written, but that line is not going to be executed over here. I will show you in the notepad. It will be much easier for you to understand and see. So in C programming language we write the for loop as such. We write for, we have the control variable over here, semicolon I less than equal to 5, semicolon I plus plus. So what is this? This is the control variable. This is the condition. That means I is going to run from 1 to 5. So I have the initial value over here, I have the final value over here. I plus plus means I is going to increase by plus 1. Next we give a bracket, and if I write in C, I have a different kind of statement, different kind of thing, printf hello. So it is going to print hello 5 times. This is the same program. Whatever I did in QBasic, this is the same thing for C++ also. And see this simple statement, this particular for block statement, this whatever you are writing over here, this particular line is same for C, C++, Java. Only this part changes in the different languages. For C we are going to write this printf function. For C++ we have cout. For Java we have println. These are just different instructions in different programming languages, nothing else or nothing other than that. We are learning the same concept. If you want, you can learn other languages also, but only the way of writing is going to change, right? If you think about English, Bengali, Hindi, Sanskrit, only the letters change. But if you are writing a sentence, does the meaning of the same sentence change if you are writing it in English, Hindi, Bengali, or in Sanskrit? The meaning of that sentence doesn't change. Only the characters that you are using to write that sentence changes. And this is same thing for programming languages also. The meaning of the lines is same, but only the writing method changes. So I hope you get more interested in programming, because the more you learn programming, the better you will be able to control your computer or PC. Whatever you have, you can create your softwares, you can create your own applications that is going to help you further your own ambitions. So I hope this video is going to help you. If you have any doubts, please ask. Thank you.